What's good, YouTube? My latest two videos have been about window managers and digital productivity and the Noctalia shell. And as I read through those comments, I see there's two different kinds of comments. I see a pattern here. Category one would be feedback. Just positive, supportive. People share their own experiences, like I already configured everything, etc. I use Noctalia. I enjoy it a lot. Noctalia and I just aren't a match. This kind of feedback comments. And there's also the other 20% of the comments that is category 2, and I have to search for that. That would be the only way comments, like home manager plus sway plus default parameters in software is the only real way. And this kind of comment kind of proves my point when I title the video, "Your window manager is not your problem." This is the whole point about it. It is not about any particular window manager. The videos I made were about the principles that I find important to be productive in the digital world. So it doesn't matter if you use Sway or something else. But apparently simply mentioning that there's something else that I personally like triggers people, triggers them hard. And you find this quite a lot in the Linux world. You have this religious warfare over the tools people using, like X11 versus Wayland, you have Neri versus Hyprland, you have Cashy versus Omarchi, you have whatever versus whatever. I didn't even know that. There's a whole religious war of good and evil about Run It versus Systemd. I wasn't even aware of that. And I do believe this is some of the side effects that come with the endless opportunities that we have with something like Linux. There's literally a software for everything, and there's just so much to choose from that really there is no only real way when it comes to tooling. So there's a reason why I named the last video 5 things that I like about Noctalia, and not Noctalia is the one and only shell you should ever use. Because it's really hard to argue with whatever I like. And who are you to tell me or anyone what I should prefer, right? But it's really easy to argue about the one and only way to do a thing. Because most likely whoever argues in that way is wrong anyways. And yes, I like Noctalia, but I'm not here to advertise one tool or another. And to be fair, the reason I made this video is I saw the article in my RSS feed. I saw, well, we have CashOS, which is Arch, and that thing comes with Hyprland and a shell pre-installed. That sounds cool. So let's try it out. And I tried it out and I liked it. And because I liked it, I made a video about it. If I heard about Dank Linux before Noctalia, the title of the video would probably be 5 things I like about Dank Linux. But here we go. And for me, the particular tool is not important. It's about my personal scenario and how I can be in line with the principles I just mentioned. So whatever tool you then choose is completely a matter of your own personal scenario. For example, the NixOS versus Omarchi versus CashOS discussion is completely out the window once your employer forces you to use Windows anyways. Or you just like using Windows because you like to wait 10 seconds for your file explorer to open, and having your operating system occupy 5 GB of RAM just for being idle, or having everything you typed sent to Microsoft because telemetry. Maybe you like all the stuff and that's why you use Windows. Anyways, the OS discussion is out the window once you have to use Windows anyways. The same is true for the tooling discussion. It all depends on your own personal scenario and what is the best fit for you. For example, you might be on Linux. You might need to rely on software that has poor or no Wayland support. And you watched the Primogen's earlier video, so you think i3 is a good choice for you. So you go with i3. You might find a replacement for that software at some point and then be able to move to Wayland. And since you're coming from i3, you think, well, it's reasonable, it's the easy choice, of course, to go with Sway. Because with Sway, you can just use your i3 configuration and therefore have the least friction when you migrate to Wayland. It doesn't mean that other tools are inferior or superior by default. It just means you have to find the right tool for your needs and try to stick to principles that keep you productive. Coming back to productivity, I would like to address one particular comment that I find particularly helpful from, I guess, YouTube Bone, YT Bone. And he says, I'm not sold on the numbered navigation thing. I have 20 to 30 application windows open, file manager 2 windows, browser 2 to 3 windows, you have RDP connections open, etc, etc. So the problem is what to do if you need more than 9 workspaces. And the solution to that is what I mentioned already. So you don't have just one principle. You don't have just numbered navigation and boom, there you go. You have numbered navigation, you have fuzzy findability, and you have your keyboard shortcuts. So they all play together. For example, I organize my workspaces with Hyprland in a way that I have one kind of application on the same workspace. For example, I would have now, number one is I'm presenting here. So I have the workspace that I want to see in my video on number one. Number four would be random browsing. Number three would be the terminal. Inside the terminal, I use a terminal multiplexer like Tmux, so I can organize whatever I need to organize inside my terminal, right? Make a new window, do stuff here, etc. Now inside my terminal, I have different tools, as I said. For example, for editing and navigating text, I have NeoVim. Let me just choose, let me get another window. Let me take repos. Let me just choose this project right here, right? And now I would open NeoVim. And now I could use the dynamic navigation to go through the windows back and forth. And then inside my application, I would use fuzzy findability to find any file I would need, and so on and so forth. So number navigation, fuzzy findability, and the keyboard shortcuts themselves, depending on your environment and application, etc., they play all together. So if you say you need 2 windows for your file management, you might be better off using something like Midnight Commander, or on Windows, what was it, Total Commander, I believe, on Windows, or organize your files in something like NeoVim. For example, I can edit my files with oil.neovim. This is a plugin that I use to edit files as I would edit text. And I actually use that most of the time I need to do something with files. And then I would make use of everything I get already from the terminal, from Tmux, and from NeoVim. So now in NeoVim and in your browser, you can do the exact same thing of fuzzy findability. You can fuzzy find through the tabs. In NeoVim, you would do that just with your regular key bindings. And in your browser, you can do the exact same thing if you have installed Vimium. And there we go. You have your open tabs and you can fuzzy find. If I type in R8, then you find Rambo's, Mimos, etc. And what I really like about the Linux community is that there's always some, no matter what video I do, there would always be some helpful comment, like this one right here, that pointed me to the Glide browser. There we go, Glide browser. And the Glide browser is based on Firefox, and it's a keyboard-first browser. And I didn't try it yet. It looks promising. It's based on Firefox, and I would never have found that thing if it wasn't for you. If it wasn't for you. So I'm definitely going to try that. Anyways, coming back to the RDP connection, there are tools where you can fuzzy find through your RDP windows as well, which is one of them being devolutions.net. They have the products, where's the Devolution, the desktop manager, that thing. I had it open already. So this thing, I did not try it yet, but as it seems, this enables you to fuzzy find through your RDP sessions. So then you would have one window for RDP on, let's say, I don't know, workspace number 2 or whatever, where you organize your RDP connections. So I strongly believe you do not actually use 30 different applications all at the same time. Usually we jump back and forth between 1, 2, like let's say maximum 5 applications at the same time, but you don't use all of them all together. And again, if you stick to the principles and bring them all together, numbered navigation, fuzzy findability, and shortcuts, and find the right tools that enable you to do so, I can hardly imagine taking more than 9 workspaces. Anyways, if that still didn't help, I cannot wait for further comments. And I believe that's it for today. I wish you all a lovely rest of the week. I'm out. Bye-bye.